Hi, it's Therese. Today we're speaking about IELTS Writing Task 1 using the passive form for a process or a flowchart. When you do the academic IELTS writing part, in Writing Task 1 you have a visual. Now it could be a bar chart or a pie chart, but it might be a process or a flowchart. Then you need to use the passive form or the passive voice when you write your text, because when you see the process or flowchart, you need to describe the actions and the objects in the process. So let's take a quick look at what the passive is. So for example, the school is opened at 9 a.m. So here we put the object at the beginning of the sentence, and we put the action here. So we use the present form of to be, in this case, and we use the past participle of the verb, open plus ed at the end. So that is the passive form. The school is opened at 9 a.m. Now, if I want to make that in the past, the school was opened at 9 a.m. Focus is on the object. The focus is on the action, but not on who did it. As you can see here, there is no subject. However, sometimes you can add a subject, but at the very end of the sentence. So we could say the school was opened at 9 a.m. by the teacher. So in this video, I'd like to explain now how we can use the passive form when describing a process or a flowchart. Let's take a look now at how the passive is used in IELTS. This is taken from IELTS Writing Task 1, a process. So you need to describe the pictures. So I've written the beans are sorted by hand and the beans are cleaned in a sieve. So we focus on the object, which is the coffee beans, and we focus on the action, what is being done. So the beans are sorted, the beans are cleaned, no subject. So that's it. We use the passive voice in English when we don't know who does the action. Focus is on object, not subject. We may place the subject at the end. So the coffee beans are sorted by a worker. The object is placed at the beginning, then the auxiliary, and then the past participle. Let's take a look at the past participles. How do you form it? You just add ed to the end of the verb. So clean becomes cleaned, sort becomes sorted, dry becomes dried. So watch out for the irregulars, because the irregular verbs change completely. Send becomes sent, do becomes done, and make becomes made. So we use the present passive tense. We're not using the past. We're speaking in the present form. So first, look at the picture. The beans are sorted. Next, they are cleaned in a sieve. Next, they are dried in the sun for 4 weeks. After that, they are raked and turned in the soil. At that point, they are placed in a silo and stored for several weeks. In the next part of the process, the beans are sent to the mill where they are hulled by the workers. They are then graded, bagged, and sold to distributors around the world. And then finally, they are roasted by suppliers, packed and sold at shops and supermarkets. I've just used the verbs there. They've been provided for me by the IELTS exam. However, what I've done is I've transformed them into the passive form. So don't forget, use your auxiliary verb are or is if it's singular, and your past participle. So common verbs that come up in the flowchart or process that you might need to use are turn, turned as participle, push, pushed, pull, pulled, rotate, rotated, that means going around, wind, wound, irregular verb, going around, wound, activate, activated, wrap, wrapped, transport, transported, ed, spin, spun, irregular verb, place, placed, and collect, collected. Those are very common verbs that you may need to use. If you look at the process here about the recycling of aluminium, you can see certain words like collect, collected, you might need to use, cleaned, sorted, rolled, and recycled. So hopefully the verbs will appear on the screen so it will be easier for you. So that's it, everyone, on the passive tense for today. Good luck in your IELTS exam, and I hope to hear from you again soon. See you in our next video. Bye.